Hi, it's Katie again, and today I want to talk about how sometimes our expectations for future events differ from the reality of what ends up happening. And in this case, I'm talking about labor and delivery, and I'm also going to talk about breastfeeding today. As far as labor and delivery goes, I've been talking about how I'm planning a home birth, and my expectation is that it will go smoothly and that I will have a baby at the end at home. It's also what I'm hoping for. That might not be what happens. There's extenuating circumstances, there's things that are out of my control, things I don't know that are going to happen. So I need to be prepared for that kind of a event. Another thing is with breastfeeding, it's I've have 3 kids now. This will be my 4th, and I breastfed all 3 of them, and it was not easy. At least not for me. I wanted to quit several times. I wanted to give up. It was incredibly painful at times, and my sons, especially my first, he seemed to be latching well, but it just hurt, and it was to the point where it was like I was bleeding, and scabbing, and it was just so painful that I was on the brink of giving up. I'm glad I didn't, but I almost did give up because it was just so. The pain was almost unbearable when my son would nurse, and I got a tip from a lactation consultant that I should just pop him off every time it starts to hurt when he's nursing. And I said, well, that's every time. How's he gonna survive? And she laughed a little and said, oh, don't worry, he'll survive. He'll find a way. He'll adjust what he's doing with his mouth to get that milk, because that's what they're born to do. So I decided I didn't have much to lose at that point because I was so close to quitting anyway. So I decided every time it would start to hurt, I would take him off my breast and put it back on. And it only took maybe 5 or 6 tries before he adjusted what he was doing with his mouth, and it started to hurt less, and then my breasts healed, and it the rest is history. It went on after that, and we had a nice nursing relationship for a while. So the road may be rocky, it may be tumultuous, you may not know what's going to happen, you may want to give up. I may be in labor at home and think, this is so painful, what have I done? But I have to keep reminding myself, just as I did with nursing, that this is pain that isn't going to last forever. And at the end, with labor, I have a baby at the end. Through all that pain, I get literally the fruits of my labor is the child I've been carrying for 9 months. And with nursing, I'm so glad I didn't give up on it. There's lots of reasons why people can or can't or choose to nurse or choose not to nurse. And I'm not really here to discuss that. For me, it was the right choice. I do think it's probably the healthiest for the baby, but I understand there's things that are extenuating circumstances and things that are often out of the mother's control, and just things don't work out. So I will be nursing this time. I do expect some discomfort, like I have with all my children. But I know that if I'm just persistent and I stay with it, that it will develop into what I want it to be. Not a painful, but an enjoyable experience that I can share with my baby for months and months and a year or more to come. So I just wanted to get that message out today that, when you're so close to success, don't give up. You've worked so hard. I've been planning a home birth this whole time. I know I'm going to nurse. I nursed with all 3 of my kids. I'm like right at the finish line. I'm not going to give up. And neither should you. You got your mind set on something. You've worked hard. Keep it up. I'll check back in tomorrow. I hope you're having an inspired day. Thanks for watching.